pretty quiet out here.
Yeah. There, voice activated. Furnace just cut in.
Oh, you know it did. Yeah, we're watching.
Blueprints. Blueprints.
Oh, high tech.
You know, like, I can't even hardly see it on the cardboard, the pencil. And this is from a multi-million-dollar company. Anyway. Man, oh
It's a
man.
quick thought.
Oh man, oh man. But anyway, I got some issues here that I got to deal with this morning. First of all, they bring me in this. This is, by the way, for a great big thingamajigger of a diesel generator.
Dooflicky?
Big generator.
Oh.
This is the exhaust.
Whoa.
5-inch. Okay, now, myself and Luke was here yesterday morning, and they wanted 5 inches added to this. Okay? So I said, well, how the heck am I going to get 5 inches into that and cut that square, you know? Because it's the shape of it. So we put it in the welding positioner, and
Oh, yes.
I held the plasma cutter up to it, and I cut it pretty cool, pretty square. And I said to Luke, I said, get ready, because when I tell you to catch it, you catch it. He said, okay, good enough, where sparks going everywhere. I said, catch it when I look the end in his hand.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah. But this creates a problem too, because you're putting 5 inches into that. And this flange here, it's gotta be square, right?
Mm.
So I gotta work that out, I guess, somehow. So I'll get it close anyway. That's that. Now, the other problem. The other problem is this. They came in with this, and they said, this is 6 feet long, this one. So they said they wanted 4 feet added to it. So then I ordered in the pipe came in, it's 10 feet. So that's the 10 feet that I need. So rather than add 4 feet to this, I'm thinking about cutting this off the flange here again and just welding the full 10 feet on. That way we don't have any joints, straight run right through.
Yeah, it'd be better.
Then they came back yesterday and they said we want some quarter plate with a hole in it, and we want a 7-inch pipe.
Inner diameter, wasn't it?
Inner diameter, so that can go through the wall. They can wrap it in asbestos, not asbestos, but in fireproof wrap, and the 7-inch will go through the wall, and this will go through the 7-inch. Problem is we can't get 7-inch,
No.
and so we had to go with 8.
8.
So I got 8-inch thick wall coming in, and I got to make up a flange to go up through the wall so that this can pass through. Like,
I know, it's baffling, isn't it?
it's crazy, you know. And then we had a pile of snow again last night,
We sure did.
and it's now we had 15 centimeters of snow. So I got the tractor out, and just as I got the tractor, it started raining.
I know.
You know, and we have so much work to do that requires going to site to get it done.
Oh, I know, another setback with
And
the
they're
snow.
saying, you know, like, when do you think you'll get it done? Well, I'm not going to work on equipment with snowshoes.
No.
You know?
No.
Safety boots, okay, but not snowshoes.
No.
I draw the line at snowshoes. So now what I have to do is I have this little thing. I use this little thing once in a while for when I'm rolling pipe. And I don't want to have a dedicated jack stand, so what I do is I usually just take it and tack it onto that. And that way, I'm going to put this, if the plan goes right, I'm going to put this in the positioner, put the positioner over on the horizontal position, rest that pipe on the stand, and we're going to cut it with the plasma cutter. And hopefully we'll capture that on film.
Sounds interesting.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then maybe if you can get the film developed by the end of the day, we might be able to get it launched.
I'll see what I can do.
Is the dark room still
Yeah,
Okay.
the dark room's still good.
perfect? And I've got to go back to studying my
Your plans.
brown print,
Yeah,
not blueprint,
Brown.
brown print.
Okay.
He did try to go 3D though.
Yeah, yes, he did.
didn't work out well.
That's an emergency on-site drawing, is it?
Yes, yes, in pencil and cardboard. Maybe the budget is up on the generator repair, but down on the stationery
Yeah,
project.
that's true, could
Right.
be.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe the stationery department is where the budget cuts happen.
Well, that's okay, that's not our department.
No more pens now, and no more white paper, just recycled cardboard and a pencil.
That's right.
And I'd say by the width of the pencil is probably a carpenter's pencil.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah,
So,
probably.
so I'm gonna get this ready now. We'll shoot some more footage later on.
Oh, you moved, you're over there now.
Yeah, I'm changing. Anybody who don't know, this is a digitally elite Miller helmet. So you can dial in what you want to do. Like I had it on weld, now I'm putting it on for cutting. You just hit the button and I got it says cutting here now. So what I'm going to attempt to do, it's in the position right here now. The plasma is really overkill for this type of job, but I got to turn down, well, not as much as I can, but you know, so it's down a good bit. So I'll try it down just below. Well, if I turn it down much lower now, I just have to unplug it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can see what I have done here now with my roller system. And basically, what I'm going to do, I don't have the remote hooked up, so I'm just going to put it on continuous. And I'm just basically going to hold that there,
Okay.
and I'm going to cut that pipe off. Because that's going to save me a lot of trouble. Because I don't know, if that was MIG, that's probably going to be real hard on a blade to try to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it with the plasma. So you might want to
watching, do you?
No, you might as well, wherever you, yeah, maybe sparks won't hit you that way, but
Move them over here.
yeah, okay.
Nope. Yeah, that's better.
So we'll see what happens. Okay, we have a problem.
Yeah?
We're not getting a good round.
Okay. That's something to troubleshoot.
We're not getting a good round. There is the ground. Now that's the ground for this and not the welding machine. Nope, okay. Now I'll just check it and see if there's a ground here. Now we have a ground.
Yeah, you can tell by the sound.
Yeah. Oh, we got a courier out there.
Alrighty, I'll be right back.
See, when I did the little test sample to see if it had a ground, look, burned the hole right through. That's how
Powerful.
powerful it is, right? So anyway, we're going to try this again, and we're going to keep doing it till we get a good round. Because I can't really tell until I make a full circle, right? Let's see, huh? Ah, she's slipping into that chunk there now, hanging in there now. Are you hanging on?
Oh yeah.
Because I can't put the chuck in too close because I'll cut the jaws on the chuck,
Everybody's hanging on.
which is not good. Okay? So we'll see now if I can. Super cool.
Yeah, that is super cool.
I could have had it turned up a bit more, but I didn't want to draw too many sparks around.
No.
So you can see, if you get your camera closer, you can see why I didn't want to put the jaws right in through.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Because you don't want to be cutting your jaws.
I'm gonna cut your jaws.
No, my
I
lord.
can feel the heat from it.
Now this is a thing called, well, this is a hydraulic table that I bought from Princess Auto, what, 5-6 years ago?
Say several years for sure.
And we adapted it to the positioner. And it's a pretty neat rig, actually. Fellas are using them like for doing bike repairs or most small engine repairs. Of course, I had to be different.
Of course.
Of course, so.
But it's great, you know, when you can use it for a lot of different uses.
Yeah.
Pick
Of
your
course, that's
own.
why it's called a welding positioner, because you can change the position of what you need to weld. Huh?
Oh yeah.
See? So, I've got to see if I can get the rest of that center out of there. Now, I might be able to beat that out of there, I don't know. Because now I'd like to be able to get that other pipe to fit in there flush, but then again, I suppose I could machine it. Yeah, I think I'll machine it.
And then go flush to that piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
We shall see, although that should knock out of there. I'm going to try that. If that don't knock out of there, then I'll machine it.
That's good.
It's probably not a lot. I got a state in here today because I still got the truck half apart, and I got the forklift put in. Forky is in because of all the snow we had last night.
Snow, and plus he's got a good workbench.
Yeah, you
Right here, yeah. See?
Yeah, and of course all the metal was on.
Yes,
So
that's
that's
right.
well, it's just as well had to bring it all in together, eh?
Yeah. Going to work for you.
So I just want to see if that welding is just...
Oh, that's that tool again that I like.
Huh?
That's that tool again that I like.
Yeah, it's my mutant woodpecker.
Yeah, the mutant woodpecker.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, look. Not over.
Got it?
Yeah,
Awesome.
over. You shall see.
To the cords.
Yeah. Yes, for God's sake, don't trip up and break that camera out like I tell you. Medicare won't cover the camera. Medicare won't cover it, especially in this new budget.
Me, you need to worry about it.
See?
Don't look at that.
Are you seeing?
We're seeing.
That'll save me a bit more work, see? You still seeing?
Yeah, I just hope everyone's covering their ears. I hope they're not watching this late at night.
Oh, don't worry. When I go in to edit that, I'll turn the sound right up on bust.
Oh, will you?
It's called terrorizing the viewer. Cool. Yeah, so now I'll just take a little carbide bit and I'll just wrap it in around there, clean it up a little tiny bit. And then I can put that big pipe on the stand and then MIG weld it all the way around. So it's, you know, it's coming along well.
Yeah, it's got its processes.
Yeah. Right.
Ah, okay, yeah, to get to find. Perfect.
Yeah, it should be good. We'll use this one as an example.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Perfect. Wrong with that.
Now, lately, when I've been doing videos, I've been having a lot of people, well, not a lot, a scattered
safety violation myself. That
So-
would probably be pointed out.
What's that?
Earplugs.
Okay. So what I'm going to do from now on is if anybody wants to play safety police, I'm just going to automatically delete the post. Because to be quite frank with you, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to do a video, but we come out here and we spend hours and hours and hours doing these videos, and it really, really delays my work, don't it?
Oh yes, it does.
When we do it for the 99.9% of the viewer who's actually interested in what we do. But it's that friggin' .1 that drives me right out of my mind. So, I'm not going to argue with you anymore, safety police is out there. I'm just going to delete. And because it's getting out of hand. Now, I will address something that happened the other day when we were doing a video. The other day when we were doing a video, I was changing a tire. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So anyway, I was here, and the tire was here, and of course, a tire has to seat up on the rim. So I was here like this, and I put the tire on the rim, and I kept my hand on the tire, not in the area where the tire wasn't seated, in the tire where the tire was seated. Now, I was like that. This guy wrote a friggin' paragraph of how somebody lost their arm because of this, okay? Well, you know, that I was almost to the point where I was going to give up videos, wasn't I?
Oh yeah.
The reason why, for the smart ass that said that, the reason why I do that is because when you look at the clamps on this machine, how these grip the rims, these pull out and grip the rim from the inside. I can't see what that tire is doing underneath. I can't see if it's seated at all. Some tires got a wide spread on them when they're pumped up. So I put my tire there just in case the tire popped on the bottom and the rim decided to come up. I'm always prepared to keep the tire down, and it has helped me. That's why I did what I did. So in actual fact, what I did was much safer than standing back like this, because the tire could actually pop up. Yes, I could easily take one of these and put over it to catch it, but it is what it is. So that's why I did what I did.
Yeah, it appeared like your fingers were down in the rim, but they
But
weren't.
it wasn't. It was right on the edge of the tire like that.
But sometimes there's other reason for things that people don't really think
Yeah,
of.
you know, like I love to watch these people, these safety police, in their own work environment. I bet you in 15 minutes I could find at least 5 different safety infractions.
Yeah.
None of us are 100% safe.
No, everybody,
You know?
everybody has one.
That's why at the end of our friggin' videos, it's going to state, we're not responsible, like if you cut your friggin' head off, or you cut your arm off, or you cut your right testicle off, I'm not responsible. You know?
Yeah.
I might hear the screams,
Yeah.
and I might snicker, especially if I know if it was a safety police. So to that guy and to any other safety police, if you don't like it, don't watch it, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to see a lot more stuff. For instance, the next few videos we're going to do down the road is going to be on a motorcycle. I've lost 3 or 4 really close friends in motorcycle accidents. Why? Because it wasn't safe, obviously. Jumping out of friggin' planes isn't safe with a parachute. Putting on a squirrel suit and jumping off the edge of a cliff is not safe. If we're looking for a perfectly safe environment, we're not going to do anything. So, there it is. Somebody bawled me out one day because I was up on the pallet of this, working on a dump truck, and I was 6 feet off the ground. Right? We're a small business, folks. We can't afford to pay $300 a day for a scissor lift.
Yeah.
To do a $100 job. We don't stay in business that way.
No, we
You know,
don't.
it is what it is. So that's my rant for this video.
Okay, it's a good one too.
Cool. So that's how it looks.
Oh yeah. It's pretty neat, isn't it? Neat
Well,
setup.
it worked out really good because the flange was a little bit oversized, not through what I did, but just the way it was, right? But when I put the jaws inside the pipe and I moved the flange over, I took my dead blow hammer and I just give the jaw a couple of cracks on the handles, and what it did is it swole up the end of the pipe and caused it to be a press fit on the flange.
Oh,
So it worked out really good.
Yeah,
so what I'm going to do there now, I'm going to spot weld it in 4 places. That way, keep it from shifting. And then I'm basically going to set up. I got my foot pedal set up, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the welds. So I got to estimate or guesstimate the speed with the voltage. We'll see what happens, because this here is, well, that's what? It's 1/2 inch flange and a 1/8 plate. So it's kind of tricky, you know. But anyway, it's not that serious. It's only an exhaust, and we'll get it to look good. Oh, by the way, with the truck, we've been so busy. I haven't been able to get back in the truck, right? But yeah. So anyway, what I did is last night we came out and I took the bottom portion of the lip off the grill and I painted it.
Yeah, it came out really nice.
Yeah, and then I painted the grill itself in here. Because when it was a plow truck, I used to run the hydraulic hoses through here and it used to rub the paint off. So now the grill is all ready to go back in, so it'll look like pretty well close to new when it goes back. So yeah, it's all painted, all the gray. You went up to Napa and matched the gray, so it's kind of cool. And it worked out really well.
Yeah,
so
it did.
it's only a matter of now of getting some time to get the truck back in, and we'll be able to do another video on that.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
So I gotta go back to welding. Okay, so I got it tacked in 4 places. Well, I'm finding this has been galvanized, this flange. So I've got as much grinded off as I possibly can. So it's not gonna be aesthetically the best looking weld in the world, but we're gonna have to, we're just gonna have to go ahead and weld it up anyway, get it as best we can. You might want to pause that for a second. I'm going to give you some glasses to put on so you don't get a flash, Kathy.
Okay. Okay, safety glasses on, good to go.
So she's pretty good. The reason why I give you the safety glass is the fact that it won't burn the coating on your, if you do get a flash, it wouldn't burn the coating on your eyelids. So
You get a welding flash.
yeah. So anybody who's never had a welding flash is basically the same thing as having gravel thrown in your eyes.
I know, we've heard people describe it as terrible.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically I got the speed set up to what I think is appropriate, and we're just gonna go for broke. If the 2 metals were the same thickness, it'd be easy. So here we go.
What you think?
Not bad. So you can come over and show them this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn her down one setting. I'm going to go on the outside of that. The flange now is welded to this, but I'm just going to make it look a little bit better. Now, when you hear the cracking, when I'm going along, that's zinc. I hate zinc. Now there's a paste that you can get to burn it off, but I don't have any, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue on and just manually weld it, and then we'll come back and have a look at it. See now how hot it is, look. So here's basically what it looks like.
That's it. That was all welded all the way
That's
around.
all welded all the way around. That's somehow,
Where'd the heat coming from?
well, here the welding machine,
Yeah.
the fan cut in. But you can see the weld, look.
Yeah, you can.
It's very strong. But galvanized, the zinc was really giving me a hard time. It was popping and cracking. It's kind of...
Yeah, that's really a bad combination.
Well, any time that you see zinc, it's terrible.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
absolutely terrible when you go to weld it. It's, yeah.
Helpful to have this positioner to go all the way around.
Well, especially when you're dealing with a 10-foot piece of pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. So, we'll clean that up now and then we'll cold galvanize that joint.
Okay.
And that'll take care of that weld. And I didn't burn through, so that was the trick, see? It's so thick here and so thin here.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And cracking and popping was all to go.
I kicked my foot on the bed. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a bad weld. It's not my best, but anytime zinc is in the factor, you can't do nothing with it. And you can even grind it out as much as you possibly can, but it gets impregnated right into the metal, into the pores of the metal, so you literally have to tear up the flange to get it all out. But I mean, look, have a look.
Yeah,
A little bit closer, so I mean, that's acceptable.
Yeah, it is.
So I could have tigged it, but you know, like 5 inches of tigging all the way around, you're there, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're there all day.
Yeah. Yeah, now in lots of cases too, if you really wanted a nice looking weld that had to be pretty, well then you could take your TIG welder and you could go over that again and you could have it, you know. But that's kind of cheating, you know. It don't have to be pretty. Where this is going won't even be seen.
No, it's true.
So we'll move on now to the other job. Cold galvanizing. That's what that is. So that won't rust now, and it looks better than just a raw weld.
Good.
You know?
Yeah, it really cleans it up.
Oh,
too.
there's no doubt about it. And one thing about it, it's straight. You know, square with the pipe.
It's much better to do it that way than to have the two pieces, like what they were thinking.
Yeah, I didn't like to join 4 feet onto 6. You know,
No.
because you can never get that straight. You know. But anyway, then I ran into another problem that you guys didn't see on the video. Just pan down. That bloody thing.
Foot pedal?
Well, of course, you know, like everything else, the damn thing is made in China. So, I mean, the biggest feet of Chinese person I've ever seen is only as big as my thumb. So I'm there trying to push this, and it keeps moving. I mean, there's not enough room to get the foot here, and that's not even a work boot. There you go, safety police again. That's not even a work boot, so, you know, here you are trying to put your foot in there. You wouldn't get your foot in there with a welding boot on.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
I mean, I got welding boots, you know, with the big
Yeah.
tongue on them, like your mother, and I mean, it would never go in there, right? So, that was going across the floor. Then I had to stop, put it on that. You know?
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, little things.
Oh, it's just the stuff that you don't see, even though you're still taping.
Yeah, isn't it?
So you have to put down the camera now, give me a hand, we'll lift that down to the place. We'll probably put this right out by the door.
Okay.
Can you believe it? I got a pipe cutter that big, and it won't cut that.
Won't go around it? Wow, just off by a smidgen.
Yeah. I might be able to get it on, but it's so wide that I'm afraid I won't get it perfectly straight.
Better, so you gotta use this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna use this, see what happens. I just won't turn the coolant on, you know? Come over here, you can see better. Yeah, it's only thin wall pipe. How many times we doing big jobs and cutting solid stuff that big?
Oh yeah.
Just let it go automatic and go to lunch.
Yeah, no, it's neat to walk away from it.
Yeah.
Good.
So, we're going to see now. Yeah, that'll pretty well get me there. I think. Let me try that. That's a machine square I'm using there.
Okay.
Probably doesn't need to be that. The problem that we're having with it is getting it.
Yeah.
It got to be straight, right?
That's right.
So what I'm going to do, I can't really tell because this piece that we cut off that flange, that was damaged in shipping.
Yes.
So I really shouldn't be using that. So we'll take it out and we're going to measure it just to see. And then we'll come back and do a final cut. Anyway, just managed to squeeze on a 6 because we're out about a 1/16 of an inch cutting it that way. But the problem is this floor is on a slope. It all runs into the drain.
Yeah.
So I can't get this perfectly level. And it got to be perfectly level to get a perfectly square cut. So anyway, I went back to this and I had to almost force it on.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah.
going to cut it this way,
Just did it.
and just to see if it's going to be square. If it's going to be square, well then I'll cut the 5 inches to add on to that. Yeah. So, a little bit.
It's good. It wants to be
labor.
perfect.
Huh?
It'd be perfect if Dexter.
Well, I don't use this a lot, but
Yeah. Manual labor makes you appreciate the other saw.
yeah, well, this is good too.
Slow going, I suppose.
Well, if it does the job, it's worth the labor.
Yeah.
You know.
It's true.
The problem is it's critical that is as straight as it can get, that elbow.
Yeah.
Because the flange got to fit onto the wall onto whatever that goes on. So,
You gotta start out straight.
everything got to be straight. You start off with a square, out a square foundation, you got an out square house.
Yeah, isn't it the truth?
Yeah. Yeah. You got to lay down the tile in your floor. If you don't start it off right, it won't end right.
I always found that it's hard to start in the middle of the floor when you're tiling. You always want to start at the wall.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. That's both.
Run away.
I start in the middle, I put the cross line in,
Yeah.
and that way it's equal. You got the equal amount of tile left on each end of the.
Yeah, I know. All the days, it's what you want to do though.
Yeah.
Getting her?
Yeah, but I'm not pushing it because I only got to clamp this out with a screw, so. Yeah, it's gone through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not a real pretty cut. So I'll need your help now. You put down the camera and we'll measure this now and see what it's like. So it's dead on.
Yeah, it was.
So measure 5 inches. Now I could have probably put those ends in the lathe and probably spun them down after, but that pipe cutter kind of curls it in, so you know where it's pushing in to cut it, it's kind of got that end round it. So I think I'm going to go back to that and maybe put it in the lathe and face off the ends after. I'll just go a little bit oversized 5 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to get it as good as I can possibly. I don't know why,
I
but
know, because maybe it wouldn't matter. but
no,
we
it
don't
won't
know.
matter. Aesthetically, it matters.
That's
You
the
know?
problem.
That's the problem. So, okay. What we're going to do, we're going to go back to that. We're going to cut it a little better than 5. Of course, I got to make 2 cuts because I cut that stupid end off again.
Yep.
And then we'll go back to plan B, which is face it off and lathe. How many times have I asked you if the mic was on?
I know.
How many times?
Good feeling.
Every time.
Every time except for
for this last time.
When
And
I
we
went-
just shot about a 5-minute skit.
and I had it lifted
And I
off.
seen the look on her face. I said, what's wrong? I never turned on the mic.
Just when you stopped asking is when I did it.
But that's not the one that got me. The one that got me was the question you asked.
Oh, come on, it's already been answered. You don't need to bring that one up.
So guys, I'm there cutting this off, see? I gotta tell you stuff that happens off camera. The stuff that happens off camera is actually better than what's on camera. So I'm there cutting this off, and then Kathy just casually says, have you got to weld that on?
And you came unglued.
I came unglued. I said, no, boy.
And gave me a sarcastic
I
answer.
said, I'm going to stick it on with Velcro. And then I said, no, hang on. I'll tell you what. I saw an advertisement the other night on Gorilla Glue. And
right.
according to that advertising, we can throw away all this stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't need that?
No. Gorilla Glue takes care of everything.
Does?
Of everything. Yeah. If you got the runs, it'll take care of that. Yeah, anything. All right?
Okay.
So I said, well, we'll put some some Gorilla Glue on it and stick it together.
I just thought they need the piece for whatever reason. It wasn't. I didn't know.
No, obviously. So, well, boys, that's the stuff now that I got
That you got to put up with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm going to see if now if I can stitch that together. And hopefully, I cut off the 5 inches, faced it, and then I sandblasted the stuffs of it. So we'll come back after and we'll show you exactly what we're doing. Okay, so I got it welded inside and out. I still have to dress it up a bit. The problem that I have now is this flange has to be exactly square or as close enough to it. I really didn't want to cut that flange clear of that because that's done in a jig. So now I have to come up with a way where that's going to be relatively square with, say, the floor. So maybe what I could do fork should be fairly square. So I need to make a jig type of thing.
Okay, yeah, square it up there.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's what I got to go by, so. What's the other fork blade, I wonder? Just by coincidence. Because they might have had a big load on one time.
Well, a lot of different issues arise, don't they?
Yeah, he's a bit better, this one.
Okay.
So what I could do is I could take that and clamp it down, and take that and put it up there like that, possibly weld it.
Ah, yes, good thinking.
Possibly. I don't know.
Clamp that on, you'd have to clamp on your little bracket there.
Huh?
Clamp the bolt on and then weld it.
Yeah. So.
Even if it got tacked, could it still work and then remove it? And
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, well that's what I'm going to do there now.
Yeah, if you can get that straightened away and then tack it.
Yeah. That's basically, and of course it got to be in the right clock position too. So that bolt got to be right on, right? Right on straight. not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
So,
Want me to give you a hand?
I'm not really ready yet. Yeah, so we'll clamp it up, we'll jig it up, and then we'll come back and show them what we got in here. Yeah, so that's about as close as I can get with it. Doing it that way. So.
It's tacked up now, is it?
Huh?
It's tacked up there now.
It's tacked, yeah, I just gotta weld it. But, yeah, she's off a bit. So what I'm gonna do, I got the clock position right, so I'm gonna let that weld go there. And then I'm gonna pry it apart a bit. And then square it up again with the square. She's off, I'm gonna say 1/16 of an inch.
Oh, wow. Really ticklish, isn't it?
Well, I want it done right, you know?
Hmm.
So, it's gotta be done right. So, it's dinner time.
It is.
Let's do it.
Well, that turned out good.
Not bad, is it?
No, it's not bad.
Come over here, you can see it better on this side. Because I had MIG welded inside, put a nice bead right around the inside both sides, then I flashed it over, then I grinded it. Because this here, like the generator that they have is state of the art, right?
Yeah.
And that they got a special room built for it.
Yep.
And it's gonna look really, really, it's gonna be like the center attraction for this facility, right? You know, they're gonna want to show people this room. So I didn't want to see beads of weld everywhere.
No.
So I want to, inside, I want everything to look
Oh, yeah.
like it wasn't touched. So they'll be pleased with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
It's nice.
yeah. So and of course then I got fancy with the paint.
Of course.
Yeah.
If you think something wrong with you, you send it back without being
Well,
painted.
exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're so used to me doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I gotta get my brown print out again. When that dries.
If you got that plate over there, you gotta do something with that yet.
We have, okay, you can stay there and I'll go and lug it over. That's all right, I'll get it.
Yeah, you get it.
I'll get it.
I'll wait here.
Oh, I'm sure you will. So,
We're waiting. Throw you back into it, boy.
we have that. And we have this.
Yeah, that's a big old piece of plate there.
Yep.
That.
So,
Now what?
well, that got to get put in there and welded. So,
That pipe gotta be welded to the plate?
according to the brown print, not blueprint, brown print,
According to the brown print?
brown print, yeah. So you got to look something like that.
Like a that.
Like that.
Oh, yes, like a that.
You see like a data?
Yeah.
You understand it like a data?
Yeah, it's gone through. It's going through?
Well, yeah, it
No.
will be gone through.
Yes.
It's not gone through yet.
No.
That will happen. Hey, got to give a shout out to my cousin,
Marty.
Marty Power. Myself and my cousin, we really didn't know each other until 4 or 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives about an hour and a half of that away.
That away.
So he came in to visit me, or us, and we hit it off. We just, it's so many similarities, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's actually crazy, to be honest with you. So anyway, he watches all our videos, so Marty, appreciate you watching our videos. And of course, he was here yesterday.
He was.
But folks, I'm going to tell you, you're going to see a video, if I can talk Marty into it. Marty restored something.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Very cool.
Of course, you picked the worst part. You're standing right under the blower.
Well, where else am I supposed to
Well,
stand?
you know, you're right. Why don't you just put the camera right up in the louvers?
I was over there, and you said, come over here. Come
Yeah,
over
but
here.
you know, you're either by the door or by the blower.
Well,
But anyway, so
better by the door.
Marty restored this big item.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, it's done. I know. I haven't seen it, but I know it's done to perfection. I know it is. So Marty, I know you're going to watch this, and I know I'm going to pester you. But when I come to visit you, I'm taking the camera.
That's right. You said when the weather gets good, so
yeah.
I don't know. That could
Well,
be.
Marty, you might never see us, Marty.
You might never see us.
No.
If that's the case.
No.
One nice day.
Oh
Right?
yeah, we're never getting a nice day.
Oh well, I guess it won't be happening then.
No. So
Sorry,
anyway,
Marty.
yeah. So we're gonna do a video on Marty's item. I'm not even gonna say what it is yet, but I'm gonna tell you what. I can't even wait to see it.
I know.
Because
We're
you know
excited.
I got a bit of history with that stuff too, right? So it's going to be not on the scale that Marty did, but you know, much smaller scale, but still. Anyway, and what else? Oh yes, yeah. So we're looking for a couple of other things for the old truck too, and I think we might have found them. We're not sure yet, but I'm looking for a instrument cluster to fit a 1993 GMC pick-me-up truck, automatic. But it must have the RPM gauge in it.
That's right, the tack gauge.
Tack gauge. And we're also looking for a tilt steering column. Now the tilt steering column can fit anywhere from a 1988 up to a 1994.
Yep.
Automatic, shift on the wheel. And yeah, so if anybody local's watching, and I know you watch, don't go hiding and turning off the screen. I know you
Local,
watch.
we can't take calls from California.
No, that's right, California. I mean, the truck is not worth the shipping from the steering column from California. The truck is just not worth the shipping. Yeah, and if UPS takes it, well then we'd have to give up the tractor and
Oh,
all.
that's right. It's
You know.
pointless then.
Oh man, they're just, crazy.
Don't get me started on that.
No, and we're just about to get started. So anyway, folks, anybody local sees a cluster for a 1992 or 1993 GMC pickup truck with the tachometer in the cluster and an automatic, because it got to have the DRL thing in the dash, and also a steering column for a 1988 up to a 1994, let us know. And yeah, so anyway, I got to get back to my blueprint.
Brown point.
That's done, or yeah, brown print, and we're going to put that out by the door now once it's dry. And I'm going to start at that and see what I got to make some phone calls, because like, boy, I'm going to tell you, this is pretty rough. You know?
The ink is disappearing off your brown print.
Yeah, I do not want to cut holes in this thing unless I know that's where it got to go.
I don't want that happening either.
And they want this welded on both sides. So like, this is not something that you're going to be able to just pull out when it's done. So
No.
here we go again.
Getting your pipe set up.
Yeah, there was a change in the brown print.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so
You're right, because they went up with a bigger pipe.
well, they never. We kind of did, because you can't get the 7-inch in Newfoundland.
No, they told us if we wanted 7, we had to go to Texas.
Go to Texas. Now we got
That's
friends
literally
in
what
Texas.
we were told.
Yeah. We got
Yeah.
friends in Texas, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know if they'd be too interested in.
See, it was coming for a 7-inch pipe.
Yeah. 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 So now, you got a hole saw that big.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You don't. You're still tripping over stuff, aren't you?
I'm not tripping, I'm moving.
You have had a day of tripping over stuff.
No,
You are a hazard to
I'm
have
not
around.
a hazard.
You're a hazard.
because I feel
You're a
that my
hazard,
feet.
I'm telling you. Those hurricanes don't cause as much damage as you.
No, I think you're exaggerating.
So now I got to try to figure out how I'm going to cut that hole.
Yeah, that's a good figure. I don't know. Here we go.
My workbench is not cooperating.
No.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clamp that to the fork,
Right there.
and I get my circle cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll cut circle.
Okay.
How's that?
I'll come back and check out when you got your circle cut.
Right on.
Right on.
So
What you
hopefully
doing?
we don't get interrupted anymore.
Yeah, that was a nice little break though.
Yeah,
Quite
it was,
a-
yeah. So I'm going to see now
Cheating job.
See if I can cut this now. We must move that camera back so I don't want any slag
I
hitting
just
the...
wanted to come in and have a little look.
if the sparks hit the camera lens, the camera is done.
Oh, I know. I wasn't going to stay there when you started. All in one. That was a lot of sparks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't get the lens.
Look at that. How cool is that? Neat.
Hole in one.
Yeah. Coming along.
According to the brown print, I'm supposed to have 6 inches exactly. And that's pretty close.
Ah, now it's beginning to look like the...
Beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh yeah, with the snow right there. Yeah, true.
All you gotta do, make sure that it's all plumb and square.
Everything else.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to put it in the positioner and weld it.
Oh yeah?
It's kind of a overkill, but hey,
Okay.
it is what it is.
That's true.
I tell you, old Forky is coming in handy.
Yeah, isn't he? Look at that. He's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you got an adjustable workbench.
Well, that's it. Yeah. That's exactly right, an adjustable workbench.
You can move where you need it to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Huh?
Fabulous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, it's been a while. Ain't this?
You got that right. I think you should take a break.
I can't take a break. I don't get paid for breaks. This is not a unionized outfit. You won't let me join the union.
Well, that don't mean you can't take a break.
Well, I can't get paid. You're going to dock me.
No, I'll give you a break.
Oh, yeah, you give me the break, but you won't think you'll dock me. I'll get in the first thing, I'll sit down, and you'll say, well, I guess I won't be getting old purses and boots this payday.
No.
All you do is taking breaks.
You really. A lot of work to it, though, all jokes aside.
So now we're going to get the Miller-Matic 350 PM.
Oh, yeah, the big boy.
The big boy. So
Everything is
that's
going to work.
Huh?
Everything is going to work.
Everything's
today.
got to go to work every day.
Mm.
Everything. So we'll get that set up and then we'll come back and show them what we're going to do next.
A swarm of bees.
I'm getting caught up in the...
Oh, in the corner of it, where it's squared.
Yeah, it's hitting me, right?
Okay.
That's what's happening to me.
Always an obstacle.
And show them the weld, huh? Where I started off, but I gets interrupted because I get this in the gut and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Going on.
Yeah.
Nice and thick.
Oh yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah. But like I say, it'd be nicer if I wasn't getting caught up in it.
step out and get the phone.
Some help you were.
I know, you got it all turned
I
over.
had to turn it over myself.
Well, you could have waited.
No, gee, I got stuff to do, boy. Anyway, that's it for that.
That's it for that.
Well, I'm just gonna spray some cold galvanized around the weld.
Mm-hmm.
When it cools down. It gets so hot, this starts to smoke.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, wicked.
Normally hot that way, or is it because you're welding so long?
No, it's that.
It's
Is that
machine.
is that way I'm doing it, right?
Okay.
That process I'm doing.
Yeah.
Spray transfer.
Hmm.
Whew.
Yeah.
So let that cool another little bit. I'm going to spray that down, and then I'm going to put that out by the door. Then I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to say, "That's it."
Well, that's it, because that's it. There's no more day.
I got that to do tomorrow. I got machining to do tomorrow. No.
Okay, yeah. What is that?
Compressor.
Oh, so
Written
it's-
right on it.
Well.
You know. Yeah, I think what it's probably going to need is some of that Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue for that too?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to take all the compressor oil out of it, and I'm just going to fill it with Gorilla Glue.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
You know, we might get some responses, people talking about how to use it.
Yeah, well, when the carpenters are going with the staple guns and stuff, then glue will come out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So, yeah, you just gotta spray it down, so I guess end it there for the day.
Yeah, well, I'll spray it down now shortly, and then I'm going to put everything away, clean it up, put everything away. So that's going to be it, folks. We'll call. I don't know how long this video is going to be.
No, we never know.
But I can tell you, when you're doing stuff like this, videos really throw you off your game.
Yeah, it does.
Because you're trying to get footage, but you're trying to get it done. And you're trying to go through the thought process, and you're trying to get tooling straightened away. And of course, when you're doing this type of work, there's cords and lines everywhere, and it's dangerous for you. But it's seriously.
For me, yeah,
you did
sure.
trip today.
Oh, yeah.
You know. So it's very, very dangerous to have somebody in filming. You know?
It is.
So that's why you don't see a lot of fabrication here in the shop.
Yeah.
Because it's just not. Well, for one thing, I really don't like the camera in shop.
No.
Not when I'm doing this stuff. And another thing is it's really hazardous for you. So
Yeah.
a lot of things to consider. But we try to do what we can. You know,
Every once in a while is okay.
between bikes and tractors and trucks and snow clearing and everything else, there should be plenty of stuff there to
When do you have to have that other machining done that the other customer dropped in?
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
I'll do that first thing tomorrow morning. And then we got a hydraulic cylinder coming in to be repaired, or well, welded actually, he said. So we'll do that, and of course, this crowd here, you know the way it is with them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
back in to pick this up and offload another load, right?
Yeah.
So we shall see. We got our Lexus done. Our Lexus is done and being picked up tonight. Yeah. So might be a pair of boots for you the weekend.
Might
Pair-
be.
Pair of boots.
For your boots. You might need them the way the snow keeps coming.
Man, it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, just as you put away your winter stuff, it snows again.
Yeah. Well, but then you can't complain because here's Jake in Florida,
Mhm.
and he said it's 80 there now, and he said they had an inch of rain or something, first time in weeks, and he said next week now it's supposed to be 90s all the time, so you'll have to work in the morning and stay in the air conditioning all afternoon. So,
Wow.
you know, I'd rather be cold than hot,
Yeah, me too.
right? You know.
At least you can dress up for it and
Well,
still go out.
exactly. So there it is. Anyway, folks, you guys have a great evening. I'll try to get this thing edited and uploaded. If it was too long, I'll trim it down.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll give it a
Chop,
trimming.
chop. Chop.
Chop, chop. Give it a big trimming. So you guys have a great evening. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.